Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park. Right now we're here on the formation lap in the last chance qualifying of race 3. These people did not make it into the final in their heat races, and now they're racing to be placed in the top 4 so that way they can progress and get massive points in the final race coming up. But here they are gridding up 2 by 2. Who's on the grid today?
So the top 4 starting. In pole, we got Samuel, followed by Ethan, and then Davidson, and in 4th is Wayne. So this is our top 4. In the hunt is Baron, and I did not just forget his name. We're going to get it in a moment. I was talking to him in the paddock, but that's a story for another time. We're about to start.
Yep, and the flag is going up, and then the flag's waved in their way. They're kicking off. People trying to jump as much as they can. Steven Croft moving up to the inside. Manny Hernandez stuck in the middle, going into roller coaster. They go a little bit off the track. It doesn't look like any of them spun out quite yet. It is 3 wide all the way through roller coaster, and somehow no one is egregiously spun out quite yet. Here they go through light bulb, and Steven cuts across the whole track. What just happened? What is that?
What is Steven doing? He's just driving on the grass all over the place. That's a clear black flag. You can't do that. Unfortunately, that is a disqualification from Steven. But it looks like Steven's going to try to let everyone by, but he might slow up the leaders. The leaders, Davidson took the lead. In second, we have, oh dear, this may get ugly. He's staying out of the way. Steven Croft is staying out of the way, which is good. Unfortunately, he's hugging the inside of 3 when everyone's going to try to go by. He's just like a roadblock. What is he doing? I mean, I know he's trying to let everyone by, but he cut the entire track. You can't do that.
Yeah, he needed to stay off the track and let everyone pass through. I don't know why he kept going and temporarily took the lead of the race. But with that interesting development for the last chance qualifying, our leaders passed by in front. Davidson Man.
So Davidson Man took the lead, followed by Samuel, Wayne, and Ethan. That is our top 4 right now. In the hunt is Baron and Angelo in P5 and 6. Baron got the jump on Angelo. It was Angelo who started in P5. He dropped back to P6. So Davidson covering the inside. And the top 2, Davidson and Samuel, are really taking off. Those 2 have been having a really good season, but just unfortunate not to get into the final each time. And third, we have Wayne. Looks like he's kind of pulling away from the pack. So we once again have an intense battle for 4th place, spearheaded by none other than Ethan.
And here they go, going around turns 7 and 6 into turn 5 and 4. Honestly, my favorite corner around here as they weave through the chicane. I see some 2-wide action from Manny. It looks like he might have gotten a position diving up on the inside there. But will he be good going down the straight with his momentum?
Well, it looks like Steven Croft is still in the race despite cutting the most track I've ever seen anybody cut. But that completely messed up, I believe his name's Kevin. His race is completely over, so that's really unfortunate for him. We got a battle for the lead. Samuel going down the outside. They're making hand signals to each other. I think they want to play it smart. If I was Samuel, I'd be bumping Davidson to build that gap because Wayne is in the hunt. Everybody has pace. The track is slightly cooler today, but it's also dusty. It did rain recently this week, so there's not as much grip. Yellow flags are out. There is a bee assaulting me.
It looks like someone's in the barrier at roller coaster.
Yeah, somebody got hit in the barrier. It's hard to see from this angle.
Oh, it's Manny.
No!
It's
Manny! Manny's out, and we have a 3-way battle for the lead. The leaders have caught up to each other, and the top 4 are now running away with it, with Baron in 5th. Baron defending very hard against Aiden Flynn.
And there they go through the turns of 5 and 4. I want to go back to the subject of Manny. Earlier in the heat races, the reason he's in last chance qualifying, he also made a mistake in roller coaster and has just not been having a good hash of it through roller coaster. And now he's going to be sitting very far away with a 20-minute, very lonely race at the back with, I guess, just racing for lap times and as many points as he can get in case someone else makes mistakes. This has already been a very interesting start of the race.
I mean, I'm sure that'd be somewhat of a good news, if you can call it that, for Kevin, who's now second to last, getting caught up in a major incident. As we see the cars going side by side into turn one. Davidson keeps the lead. Samuel right behind him. Wayne Kwan really wanting to get into there. That's just really letting Wayne and Ethan catch up to the top four, who are running away with this, actually. So now those four can almost fight comfortably amongst themselves, because Baran is about a second back in 5th place, holding up everyone else. So, that's really unfortunate that there's a massive gap. Usually we have a battle for 4th, but now it's turned into a battle for 5th. Only the top 4 move on to the final. So while every position does score more points, it's really those top 4 that'll have the most potential to score the most points.
And the top 4 go through turns 5 and 4, followed by that 5th place battle that it was talking about. Steven up in like 7th or 8th, it looks like. And then it'll be a while before we get the other
side by side into 3. Baran's going to try to take the place back from Aiden, and he does. So Baran maintains his 5th place, and it looks like Angelo really fighting. We got a 3-way battle, 3 wide into 2 for 5th place. The most intense battle for 5th that I've ever seen out here. And Angelo swoops down the inside, very opportunistic, but doesn't keep the momentum. And he does not take that battle. Baran on the inside, Aiden on the outside, side by side into 1. Who breaks later? And it looks like Baran is going to keep that position. And they settle in Baran, Aiden, Angelo, and Vadim creeping up into 8th place, wanting to fight for 5th.
And that battle continues as they go through Light Bulb, lining up behind each other. We might see some opportunistic moves in Top of the World. That's one of my favorite overtaking spots. You can always catch people out. But as the racers get better, they've learned that it is very easy to defend it. You just stick on the inside and you get pretty decent lap times from doing that as well. But here comes the leaders. Davidson under assault by 2nd place, going through turns 5 and 4. He's going to try to get as much momentum as he can coming out of it. But 2nd place is in the slipstream.
Yeah, so we got it looks like Samuel's
up on the inside.
Samuel dives down the inside. It looks like Samuel's taken the position away from Davidson, and he keeps it, changing the lead. Samuel has taken the lead of the LCQ, followed by Davidson and Wayne in 3rd. It looks like Ethan is he's not dropping back, but he's just keeping up with them. The more they fight up ahead, that'll just give Ethan a chance. Let's see how well behaved they go into 1. It looks like we have several squads of races, but let's keep our eyes on the leader, because each of these positions is for another spot in the final, and every position counts for more points, as we know.
Yes, and all those points are super valuable, and it's just... This whole race is about making it into the bottom 4 of the final to be that 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th driver, and get that opportunity to take advantage of the chaos from having such a loaded race and get as much stuff as you can from there.
This just really quick, not sure if you got it on camera, Angelo is having some really big battles out there. They're coming into 7 now. Angelo and Baran are really fighting. I think Aiden got by them, but Angelo made a pretty decent move on the outside of Light Bulb, which is very bold, but if you can make it stick, you can get a really good momentum, which is what he did. But he got back, Baran got back at him through Bus Stop. So we have some really intense battles for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Stephen Croft in 9th. My opinion, I don't know how he's still here, but he's here, I guess.
Yeah, he gave a lot of the spots back, and he's probably definitely going to get a talking to about like what you should do if you find yourself cutting so many corners. I think
Alex on the inside of 2. Coming into 1, he's on the outside of 1. They're bumping. Not that turn 1.
Not that turn 1, the roller coaster. Yep, wrong people. Looks like we're looking at the battle for 5th as well.
Yeah, so they're going in the reverse direction today, so there's 2 turn 1s. The turn 1 at the end of the pit straight, and the turn 1 at the beginning of the pit straight.
Yep, in reverse direction, you count down with the turn numbers, and then, of course, there's the turn 1 of roller coaster, which are like several turns, because I think it's like 2 turns in that, the chicane.
I think for disambiguity, I'm just going to call turn 1 entrance to roller coaster, because that's what it is. That way, turn 1 can just be the end of the track and just confuse all the viewers.
I agree. All right, looks like everyone's settled in. They're following each other one by one.
Yeah, it looks like Aiden Flynn has secured 5th place, Baran in 6th, Angelo 7th, followed by Vadim, Stephen Croft, and rounding out the top 10 is Aiden Romine.
All right, I'm gonna go to the leaders here. Davidson stuck behind Samuel.
Ethan's caught up to the top 3.
Yeah, so this battle might start kicking off here soon. If you're wondering why this tripod isn't set up on that balcony over there that's in shot, it's because of the risk of rain. Don't want to ruin the camera equipment, and so...
Angelo and Baran side by side into roller coaster. Baran's got the inside. Angelo makes the pass on the straight. Man, these two are giving us a good show. Baran said he'd be giving us a show today, and I'm all like, give us a show for yourself. Well, I guess this is it. Him and Angelo are really scrapping for 6th. Love to see it, because every point... Oh! Baran got compromised. But he keeps his momentum, and I can't tell if Stephen Croft made the move. He did not. But Stephen Croft now in 8th, I think.
Yep, and then here's the top 4 coming into shot as the people behind round out turn 6.
Ethan took 3rd place off camera.
Oh, wow. Ethan's moving up. He's going to be catching up to Davidson Mann soon, who's right behind Samuel.
Ethan is right behind Davidson, not Samuel.
Well, yeah, Ethan's right behind Davidson. Davidson's behind Samuel. That's what I meant to say.
I missed that part. We're running a slightly different audio setup, so it's hard for me to hear my my co-commentator here. Not like I'd ever want to hear him anyways.
Even if
Samuel.
I didn't have headphones, I'd probably be able to hear you anyways.
Samuel pulling away. Davidson defending the inside. We got a spicy battle for 1st. And Samuel's running away with it. Yeah, Samuel being 2/10 faster that lap than Davidson. Samuel's having a really good season. Well, maybe not the best season because he finds himself in LCQ, but he's showing really good pace for one of the relatively new racers out here. You'll love to see it. It's proof that anyone can come out here and race race with us. Like, there's not really the only qualification to sign up is if you are, I think it's 14 years of age or older. I think that's it.
If you're under 18, you do need parents' permission, but otherwise, yeah, come by, race if, of course, the grid isn't filled up.
Also, for the record, if you have a 14-year-old out here, they're either the best racer or the worst racer. Case in point, Seb, who made it into the final, is one of the best young guns I've seen out here in a while. So don't let age discourage you. These guys are good.
All right, having passed the halfway point of the race, now it's just an endurance racing if people can hold on to their positions. Who's in 3rd?
So it looks like the top 4 is spreading out, and so is everyone else. Yeah, it looks like they're finally settling into a train. So our order right now, the top 4 are Samuel, Davidson, Wayne, and Ethan. Those 4 will make it into the final as they are now, as long as they don't crash out. Followed by Aiden in 5th, Angelo in 6th, Baran in 7th, Stephen Croft in 8th, Aiden in 9th, and Vadim in 10th. There are 2 Aidens. Aiden Flynn is in 5th, and Aiden Romine is in 9th. Oh dear.
Well, it's the top 4 that move up, and these people have their position secured, it looks like. I don't see any heavy battling going on. It looks like David's finally dropped off of the slipstream of the Samuel, who overtook him earlier in the race. I'm not seeing any progression or pace changes throughout the straights. Everyone's gotten into their line. How are these people's championship points doing?
That's a really good question. And guess who failed to turn up the championship points while we were setting up? Oopsies. We'll fix it in post. No, we won't.
Yeah, if you just Alt-Tab and then change to the tab.
And risk messing up our setup? You know me, I'm cursed. Alright, it looks like we might have some battles further down going into roller coaster.
Yeah,
I can't tell who that is, unfortunately, even though I talked to both of them personally in the paddock.
Yeah, it was looking like there was going to be some too wide action there, but they came back into a line. It looks like I see them too wide through roller coaster.
Yeah. Battle in the back. That is Alex and someone wearing what everyone else is wearing. Slight contact on the exit, but he got by Alex. Alex got really unfortunate in the heat race. He got spun out in turn 2, which is why he's here. Otherwise, he was running top 10, which is very unfortunate. But I'm glad to see Alex back. Oh, Alex is still fighting. We got to fight in the back. And it looks like they're really pushing those carts. He's kind of overdriving it, though, but he has the pace. It looks like the race is starting to settle down now. Coming back to 5th place. It looks like Aiden... Wait. Is that Aiden? I'm getting my names mixed up, but now we have a side-by-side into the lead. That's Angelo, not Aiden. Angelo. Angelo got by Aiden and Baran while I wasn't looking. Well, dang, I'm blind.
Yeah, everyone's quite spread out at the moment. It was a very chaotic heat race. A lot of people in places where they shouldn't have been, and now people are either pulling ahead or falling behind. Very chaotic start to this last chance qualifying, but...
Well, our top 4 kind of look sealed in stone. Our top 4 as of now are Samuel, Davidson, Wayne, and Ethan. I almost said Angelo. Angelo's in 5th, spearheading this small train. Battle for 5th again. Angelo, Aiden Flynn, and Baran are fighting for 5th. Stephen Croft is catching up despite a very violent race start.
But we got side-by-side action going into turn 3. Looks like the person on the inside was able to pull ahead, but there's an undercut move coming through, and he does a over-under, gets the position back, but person behind the person in the 3rd part of the train looking to make an opportunistic move with that momentum, but now they're going back into a line.
Angelo defended that very well into 3.
Final lap.
Final lap. White flag is out. If you're going to make a move, do it now. And it looks like the only moves on track we can see are, well, side-by-side into roller coaster, not quite making it. My eyes are focused on the battle for 5th, but it looks like it's starting to spread out. So this race is starting to look done and dusted. The top 4 are kind of sealed already. Samuel, Davidson, Wayne, and Ethan, congratulations. They will, assuming they can finish this lap without issue, make it into the final. But battle for 5th is still on. Oh, battle for 5th, still on. We got Angelo leading Aiden Flynn, leading Baran. Stephen Croft a little too far behind to really get any of it, but if these fight as hard as I think they will, Stephen might actually catch up and have a chance towards the end of the race. We're on the 2nd half of the track now, really high speed. I think that is Aiden sneaking on the inside, and he backs out of it because he wasn't alongside. He knows the rules, really disciplined. We still have a little bit to go.
Samuel coming around the final corner to the checkered flag, and after getting the overtake on Davidson, he wins the last chance qualifying. Davidson 2nd, 3rd place.
Wayne and Ethan.
And Ethan in 4th, and then the battle for 5th is kicking off.
Battle for 5th?
Side by side.
Photo finish! I can't tell! Oh, that was a 3-way photo finish! And in 5th is Angelo, 6th is Baran, and 7th is Aiden Flynn. Aiden got pipped at the line! Yikes!
But unfortunately, it was out of the top 4, so it wasn't for that position in the final, but those points are going to feel good. We'll see you in the final, where hopefully we get some more action as the people who were successful in the heat races move up and race for that podium, race for that trophy, and we move on. Hello everyone, and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park, where we're here at the final race, where the people successful in the heat races move on and race for that podium position, where they'll be getting the trophy, they'll be getting the fame, and they'll be getting those championship points for their championship battle. Already they're slowing down for their rolling start, going 2 by 2, going into turn 3.
So on the grid today, starting off, leading the race in pole position is Spencer, followed by Kirk, and Seb in 3rd, Sebastian. And in 4th, I think, is Randy Cole. Worth noting, the championship leader, Paulo, is in 5th. And next to him, I believe that is Donnie Ward, I think.
Yep.
That's William Yee. Oopsies. But we'll get the names when they cross the line. But here they come. Rounding turn 1. because they're going in the reverse direction today. That is turn 1 that they're at right now as they head towards roller coaster.
And so we'll pan over to the flag waver, who will be starting the race. The flag's up. The flag's waved and they're away. We'll see if there's people that are trying to jump and go forward. It looks like they're trying to make it 3 or 4 wide going into turn 4. Are they able to make it clean? No, they are not. I'm seeing lots of dirt come up. I'm seeing that usual shortcut that we see. And I see people facing the wrong direction.
I think that's William Frazier that got the worst of that. Worth noting, Kirk Strong got the cleanest race start ever. He got a perfect line through 1, and you can see he just completely took off. In second is Spencer, under threat by Paulo on the inside for 3rd place. We already have a battle for 2nd, but Kirk is just getting away with it. This is Kirk's race to lose at this point. He has such a lead already. All he's got to do is just put in hot lap after hot lap. These two are still fighting down the inside. Paulo leaves just enough space.
3 wide.
3 wide, but Paulo has the best momentum. Dives on the inside. So Kirk followed by Paulo, Seb, and Spencer. Spencer losing those positions, followed by Randy, Alex. I think that is William Yee. Man, how did I forget Sergey? Yeah, Sergey in 9th. I can't do it as a 9th, but that's basically our starting order. Kirk is just the new Lewis Hamilton. Let's go.
Yeah, with that massive gap in front because of the fighting that kicked off behind. We now have Paulo leading a massive train in 2nd place.
Paulo signaling to the people in back of him, let's catch Kirk. That head tap, he knows that the people behind him know that they're going to be bump drafting him trying to catch Kirk. I'm willing to bet they're going to play nice. This is a really long race. They have 20 minutes to catch up to the leader, which I know they can do, especially with Paulo and Sebastian at the front of this train. And unfortunately, it looks like the lap times froze, so I'm going to have to do this by pure visual. Oh boy.
Lap times aren't updating?
Lap times are not updating, so it's okay. I'll do it live. So we still have that battle for 2nd. I don't think they're going to fight very hard for 2nd, though. I think what they're going to do, they're going to play nice, set as many hot laps as they can to try to close that gap to Kirk. All that fighting in the beginning has just let Kirk completely get away. But they're all settling into a train now. Davidson has made up a lot of positions while we weren't looking. Bear in mind, he did finish, I think it was 2nd in the LCQ, and he's now in the middle of the pack, hunting down everyone else.
Yep, and going around turn 1 in the reverse direction. We still have Paulo leading the train in 2nd place, going down the straight with
Sebastian.
With Kirk still in the lead with that amazing start, being able to clear the chaos, and 3 wide further back going into roller coaster with Harb. Are they going to make it work? They're bumping a little bit too wide. Are they going to make it through the other end of roller coaster by the end of this? And it looks like they are, with Harb still in the lead of that little battle that they're hosting there. Around light bulb they go, with the leader already around bus stop.
That was
in 2nd place behind.
Really well controlled by Harb. Going that deep, 3 wide into 1 and making it work. Very disciplined by everyone around him. Very relatively cleaner racing than what we've seen earlier today. That's the difference between the people in the finals and the people in LCQ. It's, I guess, more civilized, but still just as aggressive. We see 2 wide into 5, going through 4. Scott Miller defending his position against the person in back of him. That is, I can't tell who that is from this distance, but I think that's Davidson right behind Scott. Davidson found his way into the pack. He has insane racecraft to consistently get up this far from all of his LCQ performances. He's all warmed up and he's ready to take the fight to them. As Davidson's still on the outside, 2 wide, signaling to the other people, not so much contact because it's just slowing everybody down. Davidson's still 2 wide on the inside. Who is that? That's Isabel Kempf. Davidson and Isabel Kempf in the squabble of 4.
It is looking like they're gridded up for another rolling start as they go by the front straight there. Into roller coaster. They're still maintaining that 2x2, but now it finally straightens out. I see a little bit of dirt kicked up through there.
I mean, that's the fastest rolling start I've ever seen here.
Yeah. Oh, but
yellow flag. Someone's off. It looks like someone got binned into roller coaster, which is the yellow flag that we saw. Really unfortunate, getting caught out the outside of roller coaster.
Yeah, it looks like he's still in the barriers there, and they're going to fix that.
Ouch. Yeah, they should be able to fix it by the time they roll around, but unfortunate. We'll get who that is soon. As
someone's pulled off the track.
Broken cart, probably. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I'll keep an eye on the broken cart.
Yeah. Well, anyways, as the battle continues, the gap doesn't appear to be reducing too much, but Paulo is on the hunt as he builds up a gap between him and third place. Going around turn 1, the gap between second and third place is just getting smaller and smaller as he gets into that slipstream there. And passing by the front straight, we have the top 4 going through, going to catch up to that broken down cart. We see a 3-ride battle going into roller coaster. And doesn't look like much came of it. They're pulling the track off. The person who is in the cart is now out of it. Who is the person that crashed out?
That is generic racer number 42069 because he's wearing what everyone wears here. A white helmet, a black shirt, and jeans.
What?
The race director was yelling at us. Oopsies. We didn't hear what he said, though. Hopefully you did.
I didn't hear what he said.
Maybe they should give us some complimentary walkie-talkies. That'll help with communication. But yeah, it looks like they're going to safely escort him back to the pit lane. His race is over for the day. Back to the race. How are things looking?
There's a huge squabble that I see kicking off as people are going too wide through there, leaning on each other through both those corners in that chicane.
Woo!
And someone's kicked off the track. I see him bumping because he went off-road. And now it's 3 wide going into turn 2. What's going to come of this? Someone on the inside wearing the blue. Unlucky as he's stuck between 2 people wearing red. And they're going 2 by 2 again as they go around turn 2. Harb in the lead of this pack.
That is Harb followed by... Okay, so in that pack is Harb, Scott Miller, Preston, one of the new racers here. And right behind Preston is Donnie. That's Donnie Ward. I thought Donnie was ahead. No. Man. I'm getting all my names mixed up today. But really good racing from Preston today. He's one of the newer racers here. He's raced here before, and I love to see that he's doing so well in his first bout in a final here.
Yep. And now the battle is still continuing on as people go for overtakes around the outside of Light Bulb. Are people going to keep it on the track? They do. And now they're lining up behind. Going into that line, the battle has now been put on pause as they go through the complex, but already further behind, there was a little bit of 2-wide action going through. Someone was going for an overtake, and there's Sergey leading someone through turn 4.
That is Isabel Kempf, I believe, behind Sergey. Just kidding, that's James Kempf. Wrong Kempf, oopsies. Davidson has good momentum down the back straight. Davidson is in the hunt of, I think that's Isabel. David and Isabel. Someone's going on the outside around Silas. That is, who is that? I think that's Todd? Yeah, that's Todd. Shoutouts to Todd, who's basically wearing Batman colors. Silas giving
looking
Todd...
for him. Yep, Todd going, trying to go around the outside of roller coaster. Will that work out for him? He does try to commit to it, but it doesn't work out. He falls back into line.
That was cheeky by Todd. Silas gave him the head tap saying, come on, let's catch the leaders. But Todd wasn't having any of it. Todd wants that position. Todd's a fighter.
Yeah, he's looking for points, not for teamwork.
So we have a 3-way battle for the lead.
Yeah, Paulo has now finally caught up to Kirk, correct?
Yep, Kirk is still in the lead, followed very closely by Paulo and Sebastian. These are our 3 podium fighters. Spencer in 4th, Randy in 5th, William in 6th, Alex again in 7th, Sergey in 8th, James in 9th, and Silas in 10th, fending off Todd in 11th. I think that's the order. Yep.
And now with that 3-way battle continuing and Paulo caught up, when is he going to look for that overtake? That's the real question here. Because now he's going down the front straight. Is Paulo the type of guy to try to overtake people in roller coaster?
Paulo's the kind of guy that's going to overtake people when they least expect it. He's going to find the cleanest move, and he's going to make it work. This is Paulo we're talking about. If I knew Paulo's secrets, I wouldn't be where I am standing right now.
Yeah.
I will say Paulo's racecraft is some of the most disciplined, and as he goes down the inside, Inside a light bulb. He just snuck that in there. And he steals the outside, has the momentum. Can he make it through top of the world? No, because Kirk got the switchback. Really brilliant move from both of them as they don't let Sebastian get in on it at all. They don't slow each other enough very much. Kirk goes wide.
Paulo.
Kirk went wide. He overcooked it into 7. But he has the inside into 4. They're really fighting. 3-way, 2 wide into 5. Kirk got the inside, but Paulo gets the switch back.
Inside. Their momentum has to be like...
That momentum is very compromised, but it looks like they're all lined up.
Sebastian isn't able to profit.
Very well defended by both of them despite pushing. This is the kind of stuff you have to be able to do to fight for top spots.
And it's still 2 wide again as they go into turn 2, and it is now Paulo that is seemed to be holding the lead and trying to defend at this point, but now
Kirk finds his way! Kirk finds his way through! And going down the front straight. They are just changing positions back and forth. All this is doing is letting Spencer catch up, but Spencer's still a long ways back. Side by side in the roller coaster. Kirk on the inside. He keeps the lead. So the leaders, Kirk, Paulo, and Sebastian. Sebastian getting the best front row seat to this incredible battle for the lead.
And
so let's put out.
Is this in roller coaster?
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like there was another battle going on behind while we were watching for that battle for the lead. And now that they're rejoining the track, they do it, it looks like safely. They're a little bit on the racing line, but someone was far behind, and so they didn't compromise anyone in races. But now, back to the top 3 as...
Paulo made his way back in first.
And is that still Kirk in second with Sebastian following in third?
That's correct, followed by Spencer, William, Randy, and Alex.
Kirk is very aggressive on the curb there as he really pushes it and tries to get as much speed as he can and cutting the track to be as short as possible.
Bro, you had me at Kirk is very aggressive. That's what we know him for. If he sees even a sliver of a gap, he's going to go for it. Your defense has to be perfect in order to keep Kirk from passing you. Oh, no! Kirk got too ambitious. He got spun!
He spins back, but no one hits him. Very lucky. He rolled onto the racing line, and now it's Paulo and Sebastian.
Yeah.
There, and Sebastian now in the slipstream is going to be looking to get his first place.
As he dives down the inside and thinks better of it. He backs out. Very wise because he wasn't quite alongside enough to make the move. That's a risky run with going into 1. We've seen people get crashed out of there because they were too overzealous turning into roller coaster.
We see further battles behind as lots of people trying to make ambitious moves through a roller coaster. So many people have spun out. We see the stricken card of someone who crashed out there, and it's just not going to stop.
There's really intense battling all over the place now. But brilliant racing seen by everyone. So back to that turn 2 incident with Kirk. Kirk dove down the inside to try to get a jump on Paulo. Unfortunately, Sebastian was following right behind Paulo, and he just got clipped. That was over-aggressive from Kirk. I'd say Kirk took himself out there due to the lack of spatial awareness. Sebastian had every right to be where he was because he was right behind Apollo with Kirk on the outside, diving the inside, and just got clipped.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, these go-karts do not have rear-view mirrors, and so you are very compromised with your awareness of what's behind you. And people are constantly making different moves, and so that's why Paulo is able to be so clever with his overtakes and what Kirk was also trying to do at the same time. But also, when you're in a 3-way battle, there's that third person, And it looks like Sebastian's going to pull out for the racing line, try to get as much momentum as he can coming out into the double apex. But he's just going to see Paulo right on that racing line.
Good
and
damage.
He's going to have a difficult time getting past.
Really good damage control from Kirk. He's only in 6th. So he drops from 2nd place to 6th, which hurts, but it could have been much worse.
And it looks like he's already making moves to try to get back up to 5th.
Oh, absolutely.
We have several 2-way battles between 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th. And then maybe one for 7th and 8th. And then we just have a huge cluster behind him.
Is that Sergey holding up everyone again?
It looks like it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Sergey has the pace to win, but sometimes it's just unlucky with the karts because... However, Sergey's defensive driving is some of the best I've ever seen. So don't think Sergey is slow. Sergey is very fast, but he is impeccable at not letting people by, as you can see here.
Yeah, and it looks like he's holding off Thomas Heacock in 2nd place there, and then Harb is somewhere in there.
2nd place of the train.
Of the train. And the battle is still going on between 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 5th, 6th, as it looks like Kirk made his way back up and is going to be looking
Train
to
battle.
all the way. Train battle.
So, it looks like they're all trying to get past Sergey. Sergey goes the inside. It looks like Thomas on the outside gets good momentum. Another race start. High speed. 6-way battle for this position. I believe it's 8.
Are they going to make it through?
Please make it through.
I don't see any yellow flags being waved, and they're still 2x2, forgetting that they're not doing a grid start again.
Yikes.
But now they line up again as they go through top of the world. It's very risky going 2x2 because all it takes is just not even a purposeful mistake, but like an accidental mistake on the grip to just get pushed out wide.
I just want to point out Davidson is like at the front 3 of that train. Davidson started this race in the back because of LCQ, and he's just once again made up so many positions. Do I have to give him driver of the day twice?
Well, to be fair, you did make a mistake in last chance qualifying, and think about, oh wow, this guy's really slow going into turn 4 and gets absolutely dove on. I'm not sure what was going on there. Maybe he just had a loss of momentum.
White flag, final lap. Two-way battle for the lead. We got battles all over the place. And right behind them, Spencer and William side by side for second. William looks like he's going to take it. And William looks like he got past Spencer.
This is for the final podium spot. The last place where they give you something to take home if you finish in that spot.
Well, you'll take home points anyway. Side by side in a roller coaster.
That huge battle with Sergey, and it looks like Sergey's a little bit compromised. He was a little bit further ahead.
There's still 3-1! You're giving me a heart attack.
Yeah, there's still 3
Still
wide.
2-1! So
Someone's off.
That's Donnie! Donnie Wood went off. Really unfortunate.
When you go 3 wide for that long in such a narrow part of the track, like, someone's eventually going to get unlucky. They've done this like 3 laps in a row pretty much.
2-way battle for the lead going down the back straight. Does Sebastian have the momentum to get side by side? He takes the outside. Paulo defends the inside. Paulo looks like he's got this, but the race is not over yet. Sebastian goes down. Well, down the inside, becomes the outside of
But
2.
he's going to be on the outside of 2. This might not be
Can he get the
geometrically
switchback?
working for him. Paulo should have this in the back.
All on
All he
the
has to
line.
do is hold it defensive through the inside there, keep as much momentum as he can.
Inside final finish. Get him on the momentum. It doesn't look like
Paulo
it.
crosses the line in first place. Sebastian in second, and it looks like we have
William lead.
William with 3rd place.
Spencer in 4th. Randy in 5th.
Now the Sergey train.
Alex in 6th. Kirk 7th. Todd 8th. Sergey train coming.
And it's so many people across the line.
I
Maybe a
can't
little
tell.
bit second or third. But Davidson, man, moving up so far from pretty much the back of the pack. And we will definitely have an interesting podium as we go on. But until then, we'll see you there.